everyone, my name is Hemu. In this today's lecture, we are going to discuss how we can configure your internet router, your MPLS router and your provider as cloud router basically from our lab, right? And this is our lab topology. Everyone is already aware about that. So on this lab, we will see how we can configure these three devices. Okay, so let me just start them. I've started all these three devices. You can see they have started. Let me just take the access of my provider's router. Let me, because sometimes it's become sticky, guys. So let me just put them here. Okay, I will take the access of this. And I will take the access of this device as well. It's become sticky. Right now they are booting up. Once this boot will complete, we will see the configuration on these devices. Meanwhile, let me just show you. So if you will see, I have created some notepad configuration, guys. And here, when we got the access of your MPLS router, we have to run enable, then conft. We will set the host name, which is MPLS. Then after I will start configuring my interfaces with the IP address. All these things we are going to see basically how we can do that. Okay, so I will type here no. On MPLS also no. On internet also no here. Got the access of my provider is router. I will type enable, then conft, then host name is PE router. On P router, I have one interface which is F0 by 0. Interface F0 by 0. No shutdown. IP address is 10.1101.1. 255.255.255.0. Exit. Then we have another interface which is interface F0 by 1. No shutdown. And IP address is 50.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. Then we have another interface which is interface F1 by 0. No shutdown. And IP address is 10.110.2.1 255.255.255.0. So guys, when you will run this command here, what it is saying, IP address may not be configured on L2 links, because guys, what happens if you run this command, do so IP interface or do so interface status, you will see it is having your interface starting from 1 by 0 till this. These are the layer 2 interfaces, guys. Okay, these are the layer 2 interfaces. So you have to run this command no switch port, and after that you can run that IP address command and it will work. Exit. Now I have another interface which is interface F1 by 1. no set, no switch port, and IP address is, here I am using IP address which is 10.110.3.1, right? 10.110.3.1, 255.255.255.0, exit. Do so IP interface brief. I have IP address on my interfaces. Apart from this, guys, what I also needs to do on my P provider's router, because you know, when my controllers which I'm having here, these controllers, they wants to go to reach to the internet through internet cloud, right? This router. So for that, I have to add one default route pointing towards this router. And also, if these routers and these routers, they wants to reach to the controllers through your MPLS link, in that case what, because I will configure the OSPF on this segment, on this segment, and on this segment. So I will also configure OSPF here. Basically this configuration I will also do. So now on this P router I will run this command, IP route IP route 0.0.0.0.0.0.0, then 10.110, and the IP address at downstream is 3.254. This is the IP address on my internet router. And apart from that, I also need to enable the OSPF towards MPLS router, OSPF 10 network 10.110.2.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. And I will also run the OSPF on my 10.1.101. This segment, and I will run the OSPF towards my head office segment as well. 50.1.1.0. Exit. This is the only configuration which I want to do on this P router. And after I will just save the configuration. Now I'll just move towards my MPLS router, and let's do the configuration in your MPLS router. Enable config, configure the host name here. So host name is MPLS. Now configure the interface like F0 by 0, no shutdown, and IP address is 10.110.2.254, 255.255.255.0. Configure another interface which is F0 by 1, no shutdown, and IP address is 60.1.1.254/24. Now after that I have another interface which is interface F0 by 1, or not, it's F1 by 0. This interface towards the Y router 2, no switch port, no shutdown, and IP address is 60.1.2.254. Then next interface which is F1 by 1, no switch port, and IP address on that interface is 60.1.3.254, and no shutdown. So that interface is F1 by 1. Do so IP interface brief. So F0 by 0 have 10 series. Then 0 by 1 have 60.11, 1.0 have 61.2, and 1 by 1 have 61.3. That is correct. And after it, the next interface is F1 by 2, no switch port, and IP address is 70.1.1.254.255.255.255.0, because here I'm having this 70.1.1. series. No shutdown. Next interface is F1 by 3, no switch port, and the IP address is 70.1.2.254. Here I have to put 2, then no shut, and after that I will just configure F1 by 4, no switch port, and the IP address is 70.1.3, no shutdown. Do show IP interface brief. This is the interface configuration, right, on this router. Now, once I will do with that, I'll exit out. Now I will enable the OSPF router, OSPF 10 network. So I want to enable OSPF on all your interfaces F0 by 0, 0 by 1, 1.0, then till 1.4. So I will just enable like this. 0.0.0, then area 0. Exit out. Do right, ma'am. Go here. So IP OSPF neighbor. You can see we have a neighbor shift, so IP route, and it will also get the IP address for 60, 61 and all these series. MPLS is done. Now let's move towards the internet router basically. Okay, now this internet router, enable conft host name is internet. Now in this internet router, I will just configure interface F by 0 by 0 interface. IP address on this interface is 10.110.3.254, then 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown. And after that, I'll just move towards the next interface, which is interface F0 by 1, which is having IP addresses 10.60.1.254, 255, 255, 255.0. No shutdown. After that, I'll just move towards the interface F1 by 0. This is F1 by 0. Then no switch port, and IP address on this interface is 10.60.2.254, then 255, 255, 255.0. No shutdown. And now I will just move towards F1 by 1 interface. No switch port, and IP address on this interface is 10.63.254. And after that, I have another interface which is F1 by 2. This is the interface F1 by 2 now. No switch port. IP address on this interface is 1070. This is the interface 1071.254. No shutdown. F1 by 3 now. No switch port. 71, then 2. No shutdown. Then 1/4, and that 1/4 interface having IP address, which is no switch port 3, right? 10.70.3.254. No shutdown. After that, I have one more interface, which is F1/5. No switch port. IP address is 192.168.1.16.255.255.255.0. Exit out. Do write mem. Why I'm configuring this series here? Because my home Wi-Fi is providing the IP address into this range 192.168.1.0 range, and the IP address which is 192.168.1.16/24 is free to use. Okay, it is not assigned to any of my mobile devices or any of my laptop. Okay, so that's why I'm using that one. Now, if I ping 192.161.1 home Wi-Fi IP address, ping is working, and if you want to check, if I'll put this, I am going into my home Wi-Fi, right? It's fine. Now, if this router wants to reach to the internet, which means I have to define one default route, IP route 0.0.0.0.0.0. Next hop is 192.168.1.1. Do ping to 8.8.8.8. Ping is working. Ping to 4.2.2.2. Ping is working, which means I have an internet connectivity. Now, one more thing we have to do here, because from our this segment, right, this router and these people, if they want to go to the internet, they will send the traffic from this router, right? Which means I have to configure the port address translation on this router. So whatever traffic coming from this, if this traffic is towards the internet, then it will go through the net translation. So pet translate. Apart from this, because from this router, I also want to add two static routes, one for this subnet and one for this subnet. So if these routers they want to communicate with the controller via internet, they will forward traffic here, and it will further forward traffic here, and this router will forward towards controllers or towards head office, right? So I will add two static default route as well. How? Very easy. IP route 10.1101.0.255.255.255.0. Next hop is 10.1103.1. Do ping 10.1103.1 IP address of your P router, and add the another stack route for 50.1.1.0. These are the two subnet. Apart from this, I will add here IP access list 10 permit. You can have access list 10 permit any. Now you can see here interfaces. Apart from the Ethernet 1 Wi-Fi, all interfaces we have to put in the all one command we have to, which is IP net inside. So I will run this kind of interface range F0Y0 till F0Y1. After that, we do have one more interface, which is F1Y0 till from 1Y0 till 1Y4. So F0Y0 1. Interface range fast Ethernet 0/0 minus 1, comma IP net inside exit interface F1Y0 till 4. So I am not sure why it is not taking command in this format. Interface range fast Ethernet zero till 4. You can also define like this G1.1 colon F1.2 comma F1 hyphen 3 comma F1 hyphen 4. There is some problem with the formatting, so I want to run it in one go, that's why. Yep, so you have to go in this way, then IP net inside on this as well, exit interface F1Y5 IP net outside, exit IP net inside source list 10 interface fast Ethernet 1/5 overload. Like this, we will configure the pad to write mem. This is how we have to do the configuration of your MPLS router, P router, and your internet router. If you want, you can check the details. So IP interface brief. It will tell you what all the IP address which you have configured. So IP route, here you can able to check the routing details, right? So now whatever you want, you can basically check all these details here. So run section IP route, you can check the running configuration as well. So these are the default routes I'm having, right? So you can able to see all these details. This is the MPLS router, right? You can check the details. So IP interface brief. And always make sure you have saved the configuration, guys, on these routers. And you can go here and also write mem, save the configuration. If you go here, if you will try to ping internet, ping will work. Ping is not working, which means there is just some problem, right? So let me just check. So IP route, let me just check the routing. I have the route. Let me just try to ping this IP. Ping is working. I have the route as well, trace route. 8.8.8.8. So IP route. We have the route here as well. So IP net translations. There's a net translation is happening for this IP on this IP address. Ping 8.8.8.8. Ping is working from here. So run, check the running configuration as well. So IPNet inside, IPNet inside. This is your IPNet outside command. These are the routing information. This is my access list. Ping to 192.168.1.1. Yeah, ping is working for this. Ping to 8.8.8.8 is also working, right? So things are good now. We have the internet connectivity. Okay, cool. So these are the things which I want to configure, guys, in this lab. Thank you.